Dear listener, as we look into the future, I must warn you, there will be even more books you'll want to read. The endless stack of to-be-read books is forever increasing, and there's nothing we can do to stop it. Sincerely yours, The Shrinking Violets. Hi, this is April.
And this is Lourdes.
And we're The Shrinking Violets.
And in this episode, chapter 13, we're going to be talking about things we can't wait for this year.
Yeah.
So it'll be like movies that we're looking forward to and shows and things like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's going to come out. And I think like when we talk about these things, a lot of them that I've realized I didn't have any dates as to when they're gonna come out, and it's quite possible that they will be pushed till 2023.
Yeah, especially how things are going right now.
Yeah, but I mean, I still look forward to these anyways. Yes. Hopefully they do come out on time. Okay, so I can go first. So what I looked up was book to TV. So like streaming, Netflix, Amazon Prime, HBO, yada yada. Yeah. And these are book to TV adaptations. So for the first one, I'll be covering Netflix. So one of them is The Sandman by Neil Gaiman. Ooh. So that's he will be the executive producer. So it's probably going to be pretty close. Good. Yeah. Right? So that's his comic book about the seven endless. The seven endless are destiny, death, desire, despair, delirium. And the main character is Dream. So they take on like anthropomorphic personifications of these metaphysical entities. Yeah. And it also mixes some mythology and history in it. Yeah. I looked it up like how it looks, and it looks pretty scary. Yeah. It's like a dark fantasy and in the horror genre. So the Dream is called, his name, or I guess I'm not sure. Yeah. Name is Morpheus, and gets captured, and later I think it is a he frees himself, and it is and returns to his kingdom, which he sees that it's been kind of like falling apart. Yeah. But he's done some really like shady stuff, but throughout his like journey, I guess he changes, and he kind of changes from what he used to be, like his cruel past. Yeah. So I think it is some psychological kind of emotional elements to it. So that sounds pretty cool. And
it's an adult book.
I think so. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, I've heard of it, and that's why I was like, "Oh, I want to see," but I didn't have any idea about what it was. Yeah.
All I know is that the people who did the audiobook are like famous actors. Yeah. That's all I know. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was that one. The next one is Daisy Jones and the Six. Yes. By Taylor Jenkins Reid, Reid. Yes. And again, I don't know when that's going to be released. Have you like heard of it?
It was a big book in BookTube. Yeah. Everyone was always talking about it when it came out.
Yeah, and every time that I would see it, it gave me like Almost Famous kind of vibes. Have you seen that movie?
I have not.
Oh, okay. So it is like about just like rock and roll kind of music scene, and I think like drugs and partying. Yeah, so this one is about like a rebellious a teenager. She has like a magnificent voice, and somehow she becomes like a rock star. She joins like a group. So the Six were already a band, and so she just joined that band. And it also details the band's breakup, because they were really successful, and all of a sudden they break up, and people are like, what happened? And I guess there's a lot of similarities between her and Stevie Nicks
Oh,
yeah. So yeah, I think that's pretty.
Ooh, yeah.
That sounds pretty cool.
I've had it on my I've never really put it on my TBR, but I always thought like maybe one day I might read that.
Right. Yeah. Same here. Just because like the story doesn't seem like something like like immediately. Oh, I need to read that.
Yeah.
But I always like if there's something coming out, I always try to read the book first. And I don't know who the actress is. And then there's going to be Persuasion by Jane Austen.
Yes, yes, yes.
Do you know what Persuasion is about? Have you read that?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's Jane
Austen. I can read it like how okay, because I like how it was worded here. 27-year-old Anne Elliot is Austen's most adult heroine. 8 years before the story proper begins, she is happily betrothed to a naval officer, Frederick Wentworth. But she is precipitously breaks off the engagement when persuaded by her friend Lady Russell that such a match is unworthy. The breakup produces in Anne a deep and long-lasting regret. When later, Wentworth returns from sea a rich and successful captain, he finds Anne's family on the brink of financial ruin, and his own sister, a tenant in Kellynch Hall, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, the Elliot estate. All the tension of the novel revolves around one question: will Anne and Wentworth be reunited in their love? So basically, she likes this, the guy proposes. He's not rich, so the Lady Russell, she's like, nah, don't marry him, blah blah blah. But then the family becomes poor and he becomes rich, and she's like, oh no, I made a mistake.
Oh my god. Dude, okay, I need to read it then. I need to read it.
Right? So like it just sounds, I don't know. It sounds like typical Jane Austen.
Of course.
I love it though. So Dakota Johnson will play Anne Elliot, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Neither, but honestly, I've never really seen her act, so I hope she doesn't mess it up.
Yeah, I mean that's true. I don't know how she really is, but I'm still gonna give her a shot, I guess.
Yeah.
So it is gonna take on a modern and witty approach, and that's in quotes.
Oh, what does that mean?
I think it's kind of like an Emma type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Emma, was Emma?
I think it was pretty.
Again.
I think so.
Okay.
Not like modern,
not
but
like Marie Antoinette.
Yeah, not like that.
Okay.
But it wasn't. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it.
Yeah.
So Henry Golding will join the cast, and he will play Mr. Elliot, who is a distant relative. I think that is, if I'm not, that's the guy from. Is that Crazy Rich Asians? Let me see.
Oh, okay.
Henry Golding.
I'm excited.
Let me look that up.
I'm excited because we don't get too many period movies lately.
He is from Crazy Rich Asians.
Okay.
And he's supposed to be like a close relative to her. So I think that's what they mean by like modern. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So next one is White Noise. So I don't know if you've heard this one, but if you look up the cover, you definitely have heard of it.
Okay, it does sound familiar.
So this is Jack Gladney and his fourth wife, Babbitt, and their 4 children as they find themselves at the center of the environmental disaster in their small Midwestern town. So I think it's like a comedy sort of thing, but also dealing with this whole like disaster. Like I think I don't know how to describe it, like scientific kind of disaster. I'm not sure. and it's going to be directed by Noah Baumbach. So he made a deal with Netflix to make several movies in it.
Yeah.
And it will star Greta Gerwig, Adam Driver, Jodie Turner-Smith, Andre 3000, Don Cheadle. Yeah, a lot of like people that I know that we've seen in other movies. So that one sounds kind of interesting too.
Yeah.
The next one is Heartstopper.
Yes.
By Alice Oseman, and that is going to be a series and not a movie. I'm so excited.
Me too.
So it is set in a British all-boys grammar school, and it's the love story between Nick and Charlie. Along the way, the couple deals with mental health issues, coming out, and typical teenage relationship dramas. And it's going to be 8 episodes, and there's going to be 30-minute episodes.
Cool. That's
so
very good.
Yeah. So it has, they already have the cast set, and I know I've seen pictures, and it just looks so cute. Definitely not how I pictured them, but
compared to the illustrations,
like if I pictured them in like real life, that's not how I thought they would look, but it's okay. Next one is Luckiest Girl Alive. I don't know if you've heard of that.
I don't know if I have.
Yeah, it's by Jessica Knoll. It's a psychological drama, and it's kind of like Gone Girl or The Girl on the Train. And it's gonna star Mila Kunis.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Next one, we have All Quiet on the Western Front. And that's a German movie adaptation of World War I novel, and I noted it because it's starring Daniel Bruhl. So he's Zemo in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think I saw the old movie in history class in high school. I remember
that. I saw that one. I remember it quite well. Okay, so next one we have First Kill by V.E. Schwab, and that's from the anthology Vampires Never Get Old.
I need to read that.
Yeah, the executive producer is Emma Roberts.
No way. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I really need to read that.
So it's going to be an 8-episode series starring Sarah Catherine Hook and Imani Lewis. Do you know what the book is about?
Not really. I just know it's about vampires.
Okay. Do you want me to read it?
Sure.
Okay. When it's time for teenage vampire Juliet to make her first kill so she can take her place among a powerful vampire family, she sets her sights on a new girl in town named Calliope. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Is it Calliope?
Calliope?
Is that how you spell it?
I don't. Calliope.
Yeah, Calliope.
Calliope. Thank you. Yeah. But much to Juliet's surprise, Calliope is a vampire hunter from a family of celebrated slayers. Both find that the other won't be so easy to kill, and unfortunately, way too easy to fall for.
Ooh, I have that book in my Amazon list. I have to get it.
Yeah, now I definitely have to read that. Yeah. It sounds so good.
Yeah.
And I'm not like a vampire person, but it just sounds good.
I'm a vampire person when done well.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And then the last one from Netflix is All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr, and it's gonna be a 4-part adaptation.
Oh dang.
It's gonna star Mark Ruffalo and Hugh Laurie. Ruffalo will play Daniel LeBlanc, and Hugh Laurie will play Etienne. Yeah, so I think the most important part of this is that Mary Laure is going to be played by Aria Mia Loberti, And this will be her debut role. Like, she's never acted before.
Cool, yeah.
And she actually is blind, and the character is blind.
Cool.
Yeah, so I think that that's really cool. And she's also super smart. She's a PhD student in rhetoric at Penn State. She received her master's in 2021 from Royal Holloway University of London. Wow. She's earned her undergraduate degree in 2020 in philosophy, communication, and political science. She's an advocate for disability equity, with efforts that have taken her to like global forums like United Nations, UN Women, TEDx, and the Thomson Reuters Foundation. So yeah, she's it's cool that she's an advocate too.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And that they casted her. I guess like she beat everybody else, like no question about it, that it was going to be her.
Yeah. Then this book, you read it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you told me about it, I think.
So I'm super excited. I expect many tears.
Oh, now I need to read it. Oh my god.
Yeah. And I guess it's produced and directed by Stranger Things Sean Levy. Ooh. And written by Peaky Blinders creator Stephen Knight. So it sounds like a pretty good how do you say it? Yeah, like endeavor here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you should read that one. It is pretty slow at times, but it's good. Moving on to HBO, we have The Time Traveler's Wife.
Ooh, again? They're remaking it?
Yeah, so the one with Eric Bana and Rachel McAdams, a lot of people that loved the book weren't like too thrilled about it because it wasn't as close to the book as they thought it should be.
Oh, interesting.
So they're gonna do a redo. Yeah. And it's gonna be played by Theo James, so the guy from Divergent.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and Rose Leslie, who's Ygritte from Game of Thrones.
Dude, I can't remember an Ygritte.
The one with the red hair. She's like a wildling.
Oh, her, yes.
Okay.
Interesting.
Right? Like, I don't really care about that guy.
Right? Yeah.
But I'm always willing to give people a try.
Yeah, yeah. And then
I'm not like so invested in the story either.
I wasn't a big fan of the movie, but I never read the book. So if people say it wasn't true to the book, then I would definitely give this one a try if they're gonna make it more like the book.
Yeah, definitely. We have also the House of the Dragon, which is part of the Fire and Blood, George R.R. Martin. It's a spin-off of Game of Thrones, and it is set 300 years prior to the events of the original series.
Prior.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one too. Okay. Let's see how it is. Yeah. Okay, moving on from HBO to Apple TV, which is kind of a bummer because I don't have Apple TV. Yeah. It is Pachinko by Min Jin Lee. Yeah. I know that I've seen that and I've wanted to read it. Yeah.
I still want to read it.
It's huge though. I think that's why I'm like, oh no.
And I saw it the other day at the bookstore, our library bookstore, and
Me too. I saw it and it's like $1. Yeah. So close to buying it. I should have just done it. Yeah. So, because I read the synopsis of what it was about. Yeah. And now we must read it. Okay. So it is the journey of a Korean family who moved to Japan in a period of the country's occupation of a then unified Korea and their involvement in World War II. The story begins in 1883, but the bulk of the novel story takes place between 1910 to 1989. So this is a multi-generational story with Korean and Japanese characters. There's political, social dilemmas. And so the dialogue is expected to be a mix of English, Japanese, and Korean. Yeah. And the character Hansu will be played by Lee Min-ho. never gonna act that way.
Oh my god. Okay, now I'm really excited and I have to read the book.
Right? It just sounds so good.
Yeah.
I saw that. I'm like, no way.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Uh,
So okay. The next one is Conversations with Friends, which is a Sally Rooney book.
yeah.
And this is on Hulu. So there was already another Sally Rooney book that was turned into a show.
Yeah.
And it's Normal People.
Oh,
I
yeah.
haven't read any Sally Rooney book,
Me
but I
neither.
know people
talk about her a lot.
talk about her a lot. It's going to be a 12-episode series telling the story of Frances and Bobby. And they're two Dublin-based students who become romantically involved with an older married couple.
Oh. Dublin.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I know that I need to read at least one of her books.
Yeah.
See if I like her style.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on from Hulu to Showtime, it's gonna be The Talented Mr. Ripley. That's a film adaptation. So there's a film adaptation that was created in 1999 and it starred Matt Damon and Jude Law.
Yeah.
But it will now become a series. So this is set in the early 1960s. It follows main character who is hired by a wealthy man to travel to Italy with the task of convincing his son to return home. It's gonna star Andrew Scott from Sherlock or something called Fleabag. I don't know what that was, as well as Johnny Flynn. So he's Mr. Knightley. And Emma, and then Dakota Fanning. Yeah. Okay, almost done here. We got Amazon, we got Paper Girls. So that comic, right? Paper Girls.
Why does that sound familiar?
If you look at the cover, I know that you'll.
Let's see.
You know, I know how you're like looking through the phone on.
Yeah. Paper Girls.
Paper Girls.
Yeah, it does look familiar.
Okay, so this is set in 1988. The acclaimed comic book series follows 4 tween newspaper delivery girls who become embroiled in a war between time travelers. Soon the girls are traveling to the past and the future as they try to figure out how to save the world.
I need to read this.
Right? That sounds good, but I don't think I've ever seen it at the library.
Me neither. But dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the last from Amazon, The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han. The series is based on a Jenny Han YA novel of the same name. It is described as a multi-generational drama that hinges on a love triangle between one girl and 2 brothers.
Yeah.
And then it is a coming of age story about first love, first heartbreak, and the magic of that one perfect summer. Oh,
my favorite part of that series is that it all takes place in a beach house. Like they're always at this beach house, and it's just like
really.
I love summer. Yeah, I love summer books. Anything to do with summer.
Yeah.
It's just a good escape for if you're missing summer. Yeah.
I think it's gonna be super cute. I'm surprised that it moved, like it's an Amazon, even though her other was on Netflix.
Yeah, it's just, I think she explained it before. It's just who gives her an offer, basically.
First, okay. It's not like they have like some sort of contract, like no, you only stay here on Netflix.
Exactly.
It's starring a bunch of people that I don't think I've heard of yet.
Now they all look pretty newish.
Yeah. So I've always think that that's cool when they get somebody new and I'm introduced to a new actor.
Yeah. And right. The really cool thing about this show is that the main character, even though Jenny Han is Asian, the main character wasn't Asian, but they're making her that way for the show, which is even cooler because
oh yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, because I think, I'm not sure, but I think Jenny Han kind of felt like she couldn't write a book with Asian characters as her first books, because I think that was her first series, but so they get to make it Asian characters in the show, and that's the cool part.
Hey, that's a fun fact.
Yes.
I think has she written anything else
Besides,
like that's new? Yeah.
I don't think she has. The only books I know she's done is the Samurai Turn Pretty series and the To All the Boys of
Yeah.
Boy.
I wonder like how moving forward now that she's gotten all this, how do you say it? Like praise. Yeah, like how her characters will be in the stories that the freedom, right? That she has now.
Yeah, I don't even know if she's writing anything new or if, and I'm excited for when she brings out a new book. That would be
Yeah.
Cool.
So that was the end of my research segment, I guess.
And I have movies that are coming to theaters that we're really excited for. And most of them are Marvel movies. So starting with May, because I have them under months. May
cool.
is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Yes. So excited for that. If you haven't seen the trailer, it's you should have already seen it if you saw Spider-Man. It's at the end. But it looks so cool.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know there was a Miss Universe, but April told me there's a Miss Universe and she's going to be Miss America. And she's going to be in that movie.
Yay!
Fun. And obviously we get Scarlet. What's her name?
Scarlet Witch?
Scarlet Witch, there you go.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
Yes. I think everybody was super like
yes
when we saw her.
In July we get Thor Love and Thunder,
which sounds like it's gonna be fun.
It sounds
if it's anything like Ragnarok, right?
And I'm pretty sure that it's going to be directed by Taika Waititi, so it should be good.
Yeah.
It better be good. Yeah, I don't really know what that one's going to be about yet, but yes. And then in October we get Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 1.
Ooh.
Which is the Miles Morales Spider-Man.
Yes.
That's gonna be fun.
Yay!
Yes, and I wonder if they're ever gonna do a crossover with the real Spider-Mans and the animated Spider-Mans. Because I mean they did mention very small mention of Miles Morales in this new Spider-Man movie, but just when Jamie Foxx is like, I wonder if there's a black Spider-Man out there.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Let's see. In November, so this one, it's a DC movie, and I don't even know if I'm gonna watch it, but it's The Flash with Ezra Miller. He's gonna have his own movie. And
I was gonna say, wait, he's already had that role, right?
Yes, he's had that role in maybe like 2 previous. I can't remember how many movies he's been the Flash in, but he's not a very good Flash.
He's not.
My favorite Flash is the show Flash.
Okay.
But because the Flash is almost like Spider-Man in the way where they have a multiverse as well. There's rumors that the show Flash is going to be in the movie. So I don't know. If he is, I'll watch it. If he's not, nah.
Nah.
And then also in November, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Yeah, I don't know what it's gonna have, because Black Panther is not here anymore. So
yeah, sad.
What's gonna happen? I don't know.
But I know that they must do right by that.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a flop. I don't
think so either.
And I hope we get more of, what's her name, Sherry?
Shuri?
Shuri?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Get more of her.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes. Let's see. And then, and for if there are any Avatar fans, because I'm not that much of an Avatar fan, but I know there's a lot of Avatar fans.
Yeah.
December, Avatar fans are gonna get Avatar 2, because they couldn't think of a better name than Avatar
2. Even more Avatar.
Even more. And yeah, that's pretty much all the movies I found that looked interesting for the year. And and two other mentions that I want to mention. So Peter Pan. I don't know if any Peter Pan fans out there. There's going to be a new Peter Pan movie that is, I guess, part of the what is it called? Live action remake.
Oh yeah.
That Disney is making. But I was hoping it was going to come to theaters, but it's not. I looked it up and it says it's going to be on Disney Plus. So I hope that's still
sad.
Good. But
yeah.
I want to see it on the big screen. But
sometimes when it's like released just to, especially with Disney, you know, when it's just released to the streaming platform, it's kind of not a good sign.
But okay, one rebuttal to that is Luca. Luca was not put in theaters, but it is my favorite Pixar movie. So
yes, it was so good. So
it's hard to say.
Definitely, yeah. And I wonder why they're choosing this. I know that they've been getting, I feel like this whole live action thing isn't getting a lot of likes, I guess. People don't really care for these live action stuff anymore.
Remakes, and they flopped with The Lion King. And I can't remember what else. Aladdin. That one was so. I think it got like 50-50 from the public.
And see, I really enjoyed Aladdin. I thought it was really good.
I still haven't seen it.
You didn't watch it. However, Lion King, I still liked it. I wouldn't mind rewatching it. But the critics, all the stuff that they say about it, it's true. You don't really get the emotions that you do from animated animals.
And then I think I remember liking The Jungle Book, but ask me how many times I've rewatched it.
Yeah, 0. Exactly.
Live action. But it's Peter Pan. Do you need another Peter Pan remake? Not really.
How many are there?
So there's that one Universal Studios one that's kind of like the perfect one. But what else is there? There's a movie called Pan. I can't remember what studio made that one, but that one didn't do so well because it was so far off from the book. And they casted Tiger Lily as a white lady.
Oh, okay.
And Hugh Jackman was in that movie. I think he was Hook. I can't remember.
What?
I can't remember.
And there's Hook.
Yeah, he's Hook. Yes.
But there's also the movie Hook, right?
Oh, and Hook. Yeah, that Hook isn't my favorite movie only because, sadly, I don't like the idea of Peter Pan growing up. That's why. But I know many people see it as a nostalgic movie, but to me it's like,
which I need to read Peter Pan.
Yes.
You
do.
Yeah.
You need to read it. You need to do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Okay.
But okay, so Peter Pan will be coming to Disney Plus sometime this year. And then the other one that I thought was interesting was Where the Crawdads Sing is going to be a movie.
Oh, yeah.
A book. And I can't remember what the synopsis is. Let me check.
I think
I haven't read it, but I have the book and I've been meaning to read it. So this might be the year to read
I think a girl gets like accused of a murder or something like that, or
let me read it. Oh yeah, you're right. Romance, mystery, and a murder, and it takes place in the breathtaking backdrop of the South. Okay. I know when I was looking at books about nature, this book came up, which is why I'm interested in reading it. So
it definitely sounds like a good, I don't know, like there's just those stories where, and usually these are the ones that I end up just watching in the movie. But I don't know, like it's kind of like a simple town, but something major kind of happens, and you just feel sorry for like the main character.
Yeah. And this book was a pretty popular book.
Yeah.
Maybe last year or so. When did it come out? 2018. So around 18, 19, 20, it was pretty popular, and now it's gonna be a movie. So
Yeah.
we'll
I
see if
do.
I read it.
Yeah, that one sounds good.
Yeah. And that's it. That's all I have.
Woo!
Yay.
Other cool stuff. So I guess from going off from all the Disney Plus stuff that you were talking about,
Yes.
I can talk about some other stuff that's gonna come out. And I'm just reading this from the site, and it says we got Moon Knight that's
Ooh,
gonna come out. I
what is
don't really
that?
know too
It
much.
sounds cool though.
It says Moon Knight is a new Globetrotter action adventure series featuring a complex vigilante who suffers from dissociative identity disorder.
Oh.
The multiple identities who live inside him find themselves thrust into a deadly war of the gods against the backdrop of modern and ancient Egypt.
What? That sounds okay. That sounds like it was a lot of things packed into one.
That sounds
First of all,
cool.
there's multiple personalities and
I
gods
don't
of
think,
Egypt.
yeah.
Whoa.
I don't think I've ever like,
Me
I don't
neither.
even know how this person will look like.
No. For some
I will
reason,
have to look it up.
it started sounding like what's that one movie with Split. It started sounding like Split for a
Oh,
second there.
Split is scary to me.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we have She-Hulk.
She-Hulk. Yeah.
Yeah.
When is that coming out?
I doesn't really say. Again,
Oh.
all of these are just 2022.
Yeah.
Sometime in 2022.
Oh.
It says it stars Tatiana Maslany as She-Hulk, Jennifer Walters, a lawyer who specializes in superhuman-oriented legal cases. She-Hulk will welcome a host of Marvel characters to the series, including the Hulk, played by Mark Ruffalo,
He's gonna
and
be
the
in it?
Huh?
He's gonna be in it?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's cool. And the Abomination, played by Tim Roth. The new comedy series. Ooh, comedy.
Ooh, comedy. This is what I need.
It's coming to Disney Plus in 2022. Yeah, pretty cool.
Okay, what's the difference? Okay, there's Mark Ruffalo Hulk, there's a She-Hulk, and there's also a teen Hulk guy.
Oh yeah.
What are their relation to each other? How did they all become the Hulk?
I'm not really sure.
Okay.
I don't know how she like
the Hulk.
became.
Yeah, I guess
like
we'll
or
find
has
out
that
and-
in her.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard of it like so many times, and I don't know why it never registers.
Okay.
Yeah. So then we get Miss Marvel.
Yes. What was that?
I'm so excited.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Whoa.
I think we've talked about Miss Marvel here before.
Yes.
But she is an aspiring artist, an avid gamer, and a voracious fan fiction scribe. She is a huge fan of the Avengers, and one in particular, Captain Marvel. But Kamala has always struggled to find her place in the world. That is, until she gets superpowers, like the hero she's always looked up to. Yeah. So the series is directed by executive producers at Dale L. Arby. And I know that I'm pretty sure that the writers or like the ones that wrote the comic are gonna play a part in it too. I think so. I think that's what from what I remember.
So cool.
Yeah. Ugh, I'm so excited. I'm ready for like a proper like trailer, you know?
Yeah, because they were talking about it last year and you found that one thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like they already filmed it. So when is it coming out?
Yeah. We also will get a Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect from that.
No.
It feels like two things that maybe like don't go together, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Well,
like Hawkeye was kind of like a holiday special, but
not.
They just kept sprinkling in
Christmas
songs. That's basically all it was.
Yeah.
And then like the final battle was in the that one place with the Christmas tree. That's as much as it was Yeah.
Rockefeller Center.
There
What
you
is
go.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. And then we'll get I Am Groot, a series of original shorts exploring baby Groot's glory days growing up and getting into trouble among the stars.
Among the Stars?
Yeah.
So is it gonna be, do you know if it's gonna be live action or
I think it's
animated?
just animated.
Okay.
I think. I don't know.
Wonder.
Then we're continuing to do to get, I guess no, it's already started, right?
What?
This year. Book of Boba Fett.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I already started that one.
Yes.
We'll get Obi-Wan Kenobi,
Oh yeah.
and then we'll get Andor. It is a tense, nail-biting spy thriller.
Whoa.
It is set to arrive on Disney Plus in 2022. Diego Luna reprising the role of rebel spy Cassian Andor from Rogue One.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yes. That does sound cool. That sounds like something I would watch. Probably.
Yes. We'll get season 2 of The Bad Batch, which I've never seen.
Me neither.
Cheaper by the dozen. Bad Batch.
Okay, yeah.
They know what they did when they wrote that title.
Yeah.
Cheaper by the dozen. It'll have Zach Braff, I guess.
Is a remake?
Yeah.
What the heck?
We get a month, March 2022.
Oh. How many things need remakes that don't? How many things are getting remade that don't need to be remade?
I have no idea. I mean, like, did I like the first Cheaper by the Dozen? I'm not really sure.
I think I did, but that's because I liked watching like family kiddish
quirky stuff. Yeah.
But like I don't know,
but it's not like a favorite, like, oh,
exactly.
You know,
yeah,
that changed my life.
I need to watch it over and over. Yeah.
Now we're gonna get Disenchanted.
Yes.
The sequel to Enchanted. Okay, yes, I do want that.
I have no idea what it's gonna be though. Like, do we know? Like, what's the story gonna be?
No, I don't. It doesn't say anything here, and I don't know really. Better Nate Than Ever, based on the book Better Nate Than Ever.
I've never heard of that book.
Me neither. We'll get Hocus Pocus 2.
Yes.
Cool. Pinocchio. Oh yes.
Oh, I saw that. So wait, so is it animated or is it live action or what is it?
I think it's going to be animated. Oh yeah, animated.
Interesting.
Stars Tom Hanks, Luke Evans, voices, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's gonna do a voice.
Wait,
and that one
what is this?
That the one that's directed by Del Toro?
No way, he's directing Pinocchio.
Which one is the one that was gonna be?
You're right.
I know
there was a movie he was directing. I can't remember which one. I wouldn't be surprised if it's this one. Oh my god! Wait, so is it gonna be 3D animated or?
I think so. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. What?
Where is no? Let's find out the new one. Pinocchio 2022 film.
Del Toro.
Oh no, Robert Zemeckis. But which one is the one that he's doing?
I don't know.
I know that I've heard one.
Yeah. Let me see.
Oh wait, it says 2020. What? I'm confused now.
Let me see. I'm going into Guillermo del Toro's IMDb to see.
It does say Pinocchio.
So if he's probably not directing it, he's probably just producing it.
Oh yeah.
Producer.
It looks terrifying. Not gonna lie.
He's producing it.
Okay.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Like I said, Pinocchio's always just been one of those that scare me.
Yeah. And as a kid, we had the Italian Pinocchio.
Oh, okay.
And that one was a little weird, but because it was all live action.
Yeah.
So interesting.
But I think like the fact that if it's in fact going to be like more terrifying looking,
yeah,
then I'll accept it as a terrifying movie.
yeah, but it's like it's so weird to do a Pinocchio, which is a kids known as a kids movie, and make it terrifying. Because then who's the
audience? But like terrifying in the sense where like the Nightmare Before Christmas kind of.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah, because I'm guessing, was Dumbo supposed to be like that? Because Tim Burton made that one.
I think so.
Okay.
I never watched that one.
Dumbo was all right. Tim Burton has not been what's it called when you're not on your
to par.
Yeah, he hasn't been on his game lately.
No, he has not.
Sad to say.
And maybe he just lost his edge, you know, like, oh yeah, Tim Burton movie, you know.
Yeah.
There's gonna be Sneakerella.
Sneakerella?
An original movie, which is gonna be it says the high energy music driven movie puts a gender flipped twist on the Cinderella fairy tale. So unless of a gender flipped twist.
So it's gonna be a guy who's
gonna leave his sneaker. Yeah.
It's funny that that you said it's an original. When I mean, how original can you be if you're using
your own
a different, an already known story? I don't know.
Yeah. I think Spiderweight Chronicles.
What?
Yeah.
They're remaking them?
A new live action series, Spiderweight Chronicles.
No way.
Yeah, one of the series based on the beloved best-selling books follows the Grace family, twin brothers Jared and Simon, their sisters Mallory and mother Helen.
I hope they use real twins this time.
Oh, they didn't?
In the movie, they used Freddie Highmore was both twins.
Oh, where they do the
okay. Weird.
Yeah.
So, do you know where it's gonna be? It's gonna be a show.
I think so. Yeah, it's
Plus?
a series.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Okay, that sounds cool. I don't know the story, but
it's just it's basically a what do you call it? An urban fantasy, where these kids go into their old abandoned mansion that I guess their family used to own, or I don't know who used to own it, and then they start seeing all these fantasy creatures all around, and then they have a quest or something like that.
Oh
yeah,
that sounds cool. Kind of like it always gave me the fortunate, what is it called again?
Fortunate Events.
Series of unfortunate events kind of,
but this one has more fantasy creatures and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. High School Musical
the series.
Yeah. Wait, High School Musical the musical the series. Season 3. Ooh. Coming back. Willow. Ron Howard's 1988 movie. Continues the spirit of adventure, heroics, and humor of the original film. I don't think I've ever
never heard of this movie. What?
No.
Interesting.
Okay. Let me see. Sounds what else do we got that I can kind of? Yeah, I think that's about it.
Cool. Oh my god. So I'm excited for a lot of these, and I didn't know about a lot of these, and now I'm more excited for all the ones I didn't know about.
Right? Same here.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes I find out too late, and I'm like, no, I don't have time to read the book, or
yes.
And I'm like, you know what? I'll put it off, and then I just end up just watching.
Yeah, instead of never reading. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So we have time. We have books to read.
Oh my god, so much to
do. So you want to talk about currently, to like end off the episode, what we're reading and what we're watching?
Yes. So currently what I'm reading is King of Scars, which is part of the first book of a duology that follows Nikolai. He's a king, and this is part of the Shadow and Bone series. So basically, it's the Shadow and Bone series, which is 3 books, and then it's a duology, which is the Six and Crows series, and after that is the King of Scars series. So that's what I'm reading right now. And I'm also reading All the Bright Places, which is a what do you call it? A contemporary romance. And right now it's a movie on Netflix. So I know I wanted to read the book a long time ago so I could see the movie, and I just never read it, so I haven't seen the movie. So I'm almost done with it. It's all right for now. It's all right.
Okay.
It's like it feels very like John Green wannabe, but you know.
Oh jeez.
But it's I'm trying to keep an open mind. Yes, and I'm gonna watch the movie right after.
Cool.
Yeah, those are 2 things I'm currently reading. As watching, what am I watching right now? I'm not watching anything new right now. If anything, I'm just binging Gilmore Girls because I was bored one day and I just started watching it. So yes.
Any different opinions on it? You had watched it before, right?
I'd watched it before, but a long time ago in like high school years when we used to come from school, we would just watch it willy-nilly, like not even in order, just whatever was on, whatever episode was on, we would watch it. So it's definitely a different experience because I'd never watched it all the way through without skipping anything. But yeah, now that I know what I'm watching, I can see some of the guys she's into as toxic and why they are toxic.
Oh
it's
yeah.
interesting to see that. And it's also interesting to see the mom. For some reason, the mom never she I don't think I ever really thought anything about the mom, but this time around she's kind of annoying, and she's also toxic. So a lot of them are toxic in different ways, and it's just interesting to see how they all navigate each other. Yeah, it's
yeah, even the ones that you kind of want to root for, you're like, ugh, like probably not that great.
Yeah, but for some reason right now, it's just a nice show to have on the background while I'm doing things, because I don't have to listen all the way. And yeah,
it's not that how do you say it? Like it's not that much work to watch that one. Yeah, it's definitely one that you can have on the background.
Yes.
Me, I am reading Velvet Was the Night. I'm almost done with it.
Yes.
Silvia Moreno Garcia book. And that's currently the only one that I'm reading.
Yeah.
I am watching Our Beloved Summer, which is a K-drama.
Yes.
And
how are you liking it?
I like it. It's really good. I did start Book of Boba Fett. It's fine. I didn't
fine.
I didn't think it was like, whoa, I need to keep watching this.
Yeah.
But I probably will.
Yeah. I only watched 1 episode of that, and then I'm just like, I'm done.
Right? Yeah. And then I'm watching Euphoria, and I caught up so that I can watch the new episodes as they come out.
I wish I was watching it.
But the first episode of this second season, it's like, okay, here's the thing.
Yeah.
And I've read articles saying the show is good, that they don't need to go that far into the type of things that they do, the shock value. They don't need it because we are invested in the characters already. We're invested in the story, that they at this point you don't need to add those things. And I 100% agree.
And even Zendaya was warned people that this next season is going to be like more intense.
Yeah. And I'm really thankful that I am in a good place where I'm able to watch it and not be, let's say, like triggered, for a lack of a better word, you know. And I can just kind of like put those other things in the back of my mind, and I'm just focused on really her story. And I hope that the characters that I like are, have a happy ending.
Yeah.
Because it is really heavy and it is really dark, but I really do like it.
Yeah.
Again, that show is made for adults. It's not made for little ones. It's not made for teens, I would say,
Even
because
though they are portraying teenagers.
because they are portraying teenagers, but it's a lot of, like substance abuse. So
yeah,
it gets really dark.
yeah.
But I do, if you do have the, you're in the right place and you feel like you're okay watching some stuff like that, then I honestly do recommend that show.
And I'm usually okay with watching substance abuse, but when it comes to also your favorite actors using these hard drugs, it's also kind of scary to watch.
Oh yeah, and she does a really good job, I guess we can say. I'm glad that I think she knows what she's comfortable doing and what she's not. And I'm glad that she's kind of I don't know she sticks to her I don't know how do you say it, like it's not morals, but
I know what you're trying to say. It's not morals, it's beliefs.
Not standard beliefs, yeah. Okay. Where she's not comfortable playing that part or doing certain things or having those kind of scenes, she like I don't feel like they even expect that from her, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, and she just does a good job, and you can just totally tell that she puts everything into this. And
she's amazing.
Yeah, it's really it is amazing. And then the cinematography of it, like it's just so good. And apparently the first one was how do you say filmed. Yeah, it was filmed with a lower budget.
Yeah.
And people say like, oh, you can totally tell this second season, this budget and the filming, it's different and blah, 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 blah. But it still captures the essence of what the first season was. Yeah. And I can't really tell
the difference. Yeah.
Tell the difference. And maybe I don't know too much about film in that sense. Yeah. But if the first one was filmed with a low budget, I don't like how,
because I only watched one episode and I already liked the cinematography from that first episode.
Yeah, just everything from like the lighting, the colors, the outfits, like that people that they wear, the characters. It's even though like I don't care for those those outfits, that fashion, it truly speaks to like the characters that they are, it's well designed, everything, the color palette, everything. So it's cool. It's a shame.
I know, I hate that I can't watch it. Because my what is it, just my brain is just too sensitive.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. But yeah, that's about it. I think that's the end of our episode.
That's the end.
Woohoo!
We did it. Okay.
We did it.
Hope you like this episode and we'll see you in the next one.
Yes, let us know what you're looking forward to.
Yes.
Alrighty. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye. Bye. I never have. Or maybe this couch is not
2-seat friendly.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, where am I going?
That happens sometimes.